Yo, it's level 7 and let's talk Cardinals. Coming off of a week 13 loss against the Minnesota Vikings, can the Cardinals bounce back and beat the red-hot Seattle Seahawks? This is the matchup that I recently discussed a few weeks ago where I thought we would dominate the Seattle Seahawks. I even said things like this.
Flashback.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals beating the Seahawks, man, and I don't really think it's close. I think we're a way better team than them. I don't think that the NFL recognizes it yet, or the casual fan recognizes it yet.
End of flashback.
But these last couple of weeks, the Cardinals offense has been playing uncharacteristically bad. And that starts with our offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. But nah, that's not the route I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
I've seen everybody take that route. And in my opinion, Drew hasn't really been calling bad games. And as corny and cliche as this might sound, the players haven't been executing. Let me say this, that doesn't mean that Drew Petzing is not at fault at all. He has a lot of bland play calls, and there's a lot of things that he can be better at. He tends to have a lot of people run routes in the same exact area. He'll have Marv just run straight clear outs and try to get the ball to Trey McBride underneath a lot. Run a QB draw on 3rd and 10. But that doesn't negate the fact that when we get into the red zone and we get into these short yardage situations, if we keep having penalties and false starts and things of that nature, that is the execution that I'm talking about. It makes it really hard to win games if your players are out there not doing what they're supposed to do. And I've seen a lot of fingers being pointed at our QB after last week's loss. And I actually think Kyler played pretty well. And I know he threw 2 picks, but one of the picks he was trying to throw the ball out of bounds. And that was on a 3rd and 7, so it was essentially a long punt. And the other one was on the last play of the game, and the last few seconds of the game, he threw something up just trying to make a play. And I get it, turnovers are never acceptable. And I'm sure he'd want those plays back, but I'm seeing a lot of fans saying Kyler Murray isn't this, Kyler Murray isn't that, Kyler Murray can't lead a game-winning drive versus a good team. And my immediate reaction after the game felt more or less the same, but it wasn't about K1, it was the opposite. It wasn't that Kyler Murray can't lead a game-winning drive. We've seen him do that against the Dolphins and the Chargers. It wasn't that Kyler Murray didn't play good. I was more mad at the fact that we didn't give Kyler the chance to win the game. I felt as if we put the game into Chad Ryland's hand. And frankly, I think last Sunday we played like pussy.
Smell like bitch in here. All y'all smell like this to me.
And that had nothing to do with the effort on display. It had everything to do with Jonathan Gannon's game management. I want to draw an interesting parallel between the Cardinals and the Seahawks, who I feel like were 2 sides of the same coin last week. The Seahawks, who I feel like were outplayed by the Jets in all 3 phases last week, played ultra aggressively and went for it on 4th down multiple times, often leading them to extend their drives. And even though they were being outplayed, that aggressiveness actually gave them the upper hand. And unlike my Cardinals, they didn't settle for field goals, only kicking 2 the entire game and scoring enough points, enough touchdowns to actually beat the Jets, who they were being outplayed by the entire time. Now we have the Cardinals, who statistically dominated the Vikings in all 3 phases, but when they had the chance to go for touchdowns, instead they settled for field goals. Now I don't believe that this team is finished. Everybody, it seems like the entire fan base is down, and a lot of people are down on us right now. But I do believe it's now or never. One thing that I really admire about this team is that we can win in so many different ways, but one thing that I despise is that we can also lose in those exact same ways. Going into Sunday, if we want any chance at going to the playoffs, we have to beat the Seattle Seahawks. And I believe that not only can we beat the Seattle Seahawks, I still believe that we can dominate the Seahawks. The Cardinals are a good team, not saying that the Seattle Seahawks are not a good team. They have definitely defied my expectations of them. But when we are playing complementary football, when this Cardinals team is playing complementary football, this is one of the best teams in the entire NFL. Now that team hasn't shown up for the past couple of weeks, and the morale in the fan base is down. Mine was too. But like I said, it's now or never. Kyler Murray, if you're the guy, if you're truly that MVP candidate, it's now or never. I believe that you are one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. Show the people on Sunday. O-line. I believe that you guys are the most underrated amalgamation of guys up front in the entire league. Show the people that on Sunday. Marv, I believe that you have Hall of Fame caliber talent and that you could possibly be the best wide receiver in Cardinals history. Make those hard catches. Attack the ball while it's in the air. I'm saying this after these past few weeks. I'm saying Mike Will is the best wide receiver on our roster right now. Prove me wrong on Sunday. Show me that talent. Trey McBride, keep doing your thing, man. Same with you, Mike. Drew Petzing, scheme up Kyler and let him get outside of the pocket. The Seahawks struggle with dealing with those boot and play action plays. Let's get Kyler on some design runs. Use his legs. He's one of the most talented players in the NFL because of his arm talent paired with his scrambling ability. Kyler, don't be afraid to run. Be more like Rallis. Drew, use your players to their strong suits. Get Dortch open in space and let him make a few guys miss. Scheme up some easy catches for Marv and Mike in the passing game. Get that 1-2 punch with Connor and Benson going. And if you do that, the sky is the limit. And JG, trust your guys. Don't just trust your guys not to lose the game. Trust them to win. You're not pushing all your chips in if you're still up. You're just striking the killing blow. Gannon, I believe you have the chance to be the greatest head coach in Arizona Cardinals football history. Show us that on Sunday. Rallis, keep doing what you're doing. Keep that defense rolling. Keep Builder Baker going. Shout out to Sean Murphy Bunting. Everybody's hating on him, but he had a hell of a game. These last 2 weeks, he's been playing great football. You keep doing what you're doing. We're going to need you to lock down DK on Sunday. Garrett Williams, keep it going. That D-line is flying right now. And Red Sea, don't falter now. We've been through way worse than this. The guys need you on Sunday. We've been through way worse than this. We've seen way worse. We still have a chance to go to the playoffs. Show up and show out. The guys need you on Sunday. We can dominate the Seahawks in all three phases of the game. But the question is, will we? And we will see on Sunday. But either way, I'm rocking with my Cardinals all the way. I got us 35-10. Go Cards. I know this is less of a breakdown and more of like a rant, but sometimes you just gotta rant a little bit. And if you like the video, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, you gotta get money every day. You gotta get money.